friend and interdimensional podcast host, just helping another friend move into another dimension, as friends do. And, maybe there might be a romantic stroll.
I'll holler the day after.
I'm sure you will.
See what condition you're in.
I'm sure you will. I will be in condition fabulous. That's the condition I will be in.
I hope that for you. Huh. Anywho.
Oh, so the trailer for our movie, Greedy Justice, came out.
Ooh, excited. Let's go.
So, tell me about your role in the movie again.
Drum roll. I have a couple roles.
Oh, you do
that thing,
Eddie Murphy thing where you play multiple characters?
Yeah. Like I'm crackhead number 2. Like by mid-movie.
What? I wanted to be crackhead number 2 in addition to my other role.
Well,
that's fucked up.
Clearly, your audition.
They offered me crackhead number 4. I had to piss in an alley. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm calling.
I can see
calling
it.
Cosmic SAG-AFTRA. This is bullshit.
It's a classic piss turnaround. Yeah, I can. No. I think that's good for you though. Honestly, perfect.
No. But I do like my role as Detective Justice. I really like his character. Maybe a little on the nose that his name is Detective Justice. But, Greedy Justice, Detective Justice. I think that's what they were going for. And, just avenging the death of my entire family at that cafe. It's just,
my favorite
it's a
part...
story that hasn't been told that needed to be told,
No, for sure. And my favorite part is the twist, because you really think you have it all figured out, and then it's just whoosh. Yeah. Honestly, good work, bro. I'm kind of proud of you on this one. You showed up, not every day, but on the days you came.
Yeah, I mean, there were some days where I was sleeping over Zara Hurries. I couldn't quite make it to the set because we were doing space cocaine, but
I didn't even realize it was releasing already. Wow, all right.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing the visual effects for the interdimensional chase scenes. Mm-hmm. However, it's going to be out soon. I think next quadrille, the beginning of next quadrille, it'll be out.
Okay, that's kind of perfect.
Yeah, so it's 3 kabats away.
All right. Everyone will be out then, too.
What, from Cosmic Prison?
Yeah. Or Cosmic School.
Oh.
Yeah. The kids is where it's at, bro.
Okay, because my uncle's in Cosmic Prison, and I worry about him.
You want the young ones.
Yeah. Here's a huge rapist in prison, so, I mean, that's not cool, but, Uncle Deuce Deuce, no one still loves you. Even,
that's dumb.
You've tacked on a life sentence for your crimes in prison. So, yeah, he's probably never going to get let out. I think they
he should not.
had to restrain him to a wall because, he would always do something. But,
anyone,
blood is blood, right? Blood is thicker than water, unless it's some sort of interdimensional water that's extremely...
It's actually not. I don't know. Not to me.
What's thicker than water for you?
Glue.
Buy my course.
One former interdimensional cop Navy SEAL special agent type named No One has now met his match. No! That was everybody I ever loved and cared about in that cafe. Dear Swiggle Swaggle, thank you for killing everyone I know and love, because now I have nothing left to live for and I'm coming for you, and you're gonna pay for it all. You killed them! My wife, my daughter, my girlfriend, my husband, my other husband were all in that cafe. It was my birthday. Why would you do that? Because, No One, I like to see you suffer. God damn it, No One. When are you gonna play by the book? Chief, never. No One stars in Greedy Justice.
Salutations, traveler. This is No One Gnosis here. This channel is about two things: wisdom and comedy. Okay, actually three things: wisdom, comedy, and the joy of watching paint dry. Before we delve into all that, this is a reminder to reclaim your mind. Don't let screens and scrolls strip away the innate, fantastic, eternal you. It will be replaced with fear and paranoia. Don't let it overtake you. It devours attention, which is the most powerful resource on earth. Next time you watch a video, think to yourself, is this reminding me of my divine greatness or not?
You caused a disturbance. They have deplaned.
No, I did not cause a disturbance.
Jacqueline?
The setting sun world very clearly because you and your world are so brightly lit up. Sacred space allows you to see the contrasts between elegance and the lack of elegance, between confidence and cowardice. It's like a bright light shining in a dark room. When you see bright light, you see the darkness around it at the same time, and the more darkness you see, that much brighter the light becomes. The reason the warrior is invincible is that he sees his opponent's world so clearly and thoroughly. Because he knows the other world so well already, therefore the warrior can't be attacked or challenged. Here, spaciousness makes you sympathetic to others, but invincible at the same time. Invincibility doesn't have to be insensitive. Instead, because you are so sensitive, so raw and rugged, therefore you can be hard like a diamond at the same time. At this point, the warrior is meek like a tiger, not like a pussycat. There's real heart to your meekness. Meekness can actually roar and proclaim. Being meek is not being overly cautious and afraid to make mistakes. How do we proceed at this point on the warrior's path? The mechanism or technique that we use is to invoke wind rules or wind The practice of wind horse is a way of casting out depression and doubt. It takes the form of a cheering up process. That is to say, invoking wind horse actualizes the living aspect of fearlessness and confidence. The process of invoking wind horse begins by taking your seat, taking your place in the warrior's world, the sacred world. It is finding the right place to be. Only you can choose the magical spot. This cannot be found by intellectual speculation or scientific research. You cannot use technology to locate the right spot. You simply take the attitude of your existence as a warrior. Having assumed the warrior's posture, you feel oriented to the world that surrounds you. East is where you are facing. South is to your right, west is to your back, north is on your left. These are not geographical directions, nor is this sense of direction scientific. It is intuitive. For instance, if I am talking to someone, my east is coming toward them and their east is approaching me, so we meet in the east. Wherever there is a meeting place, it happens in the east, which we could call the Great East at this point. It is where forward vision takes place. That includes many human activities: eating, making love, walking. You are always going toward the east. You walk forward usually. When you eat, your food is in front of you. When you talk to someone, you usually face them. That is the idea of forward vision. Having assumed the magical spot, you should arrange the throne of the ruler. This is acknowledging that you are not invoking wind horse in isolation, but as part of a larger society. In order to have a society, there must be some sense of leadership. The ruler's throne symbolizes that. As a warrior, you belong to the people of the Great Eastern Sun. You are a citizen in that realm. Connecting with this sense of larger community or society is arranging the throne of the king or queen. In your own life, you may be the ruler. In the greater society, you are an integral part of the whole mandala. In the process of raising wind horse, the next step is to contemplate the Great Eastern Sun. Taking your place in the world produces an almost physical effect. A great deal of energy comes from that, and you begin to feel that you almost are the Great Eastern Sun. You have a sense of radiance and brilliance. It's an almost dazzling experience. This might be prolonged or just a quick glimpse. When you feel this, you should just touch it. Touch on the energy, not indulging or exaggerating it, just touch. Then you feel that you're connecting with greater energy, something beyond your own personal existence or even your place in society. You feel that you are tapping into your heritage, the tradition of warriorship altogether. So at that point, you feel that you are welcoming the Shambhala lineage of warrior kings and queens and inviting them to witness or even judge you as you invoke wind horse. In other words, you feel that the experience is legitimate. There is no phoniness at all. What you are doing is deliberate, precise, clear, and real. It might be empty in the Buddhist sense that all experience is empty. Nevertheless, this is genuine emptiness, genuine and powerful imagination or visualization, you might say. Then, having prepared the ground and invited the guests or the witnesses, you are ready to actually invoke or raise wind horse on the spot. What we are invoking is a wind horse, which is a special kind of horse. Horses are wonderful animals. Any sculpture of a horse is a sacred symbol. Horses represent the wild dreams that human beings would like to capture. The desire to capture any wild animal or to capture the wind, a cloud, the sky, all those are represented by the image of the horse. If you would like to ride on mountains or dance with waterfalls, all of that is incorporated in the symbolism of the horse. The actual physique of the horse, its neck, ears, face, back, muscles, hooves, tail, is the ideal image of something romantic, something energetic, something wild, which we would like to capture. Here, the horse is used as an analogy for that energy in all of those dreams. In the process of invoking Windhorse, there are 3 stages. The first is having a joyful mind, free from doubt. When you ride on the horse, if you relax with the horse, you find that you're actually riding on top of the world. There is a sense of conquering and being conquered at the same time. At that very moment when you are on the horse, there is no sadness involved, and there is no doubt that you are on top of the universe riding the world. Of course, at the same time, you have to pay attention to the reins, your posture, balancing your weight on the horse, and many other factors. Still, you have to admit that you are riding your own mind at its best. There is almost a military feeling of strength and presence about it, and maybe a regal feeling as well. You are in contact with an entirely different energy. The horse and rider are different entities, obviously. You are human and the horse is a horse. Nevertheless, some kind of connection can be made. When you are riding on the horse, you experience oneness, particularly if you are a good rider who is free from doubt. The same thing applies to riding your own state of mind, your own state of being.
Hazard reported ahead.
State of being. There are doubts of all kinds. Doubts about yourself, doubts about others, and doubts about the situation. As you ride your horse, you may have doubt about the horse, about the environment, and about your capability to ride that particular horse. Still, there is an overall sense of togetherness or oneness. Fundamentally, being free from doubt can take place when you are properly mounted on the horse of the mind. The second stage of longing for the horse is having a genuine mind of sadness. Having overcome your doubt completely, at that point you are mounted on your horse and you feel there, right there. At the same time, there could be a little bit of frustration, wishing that you could go further. You wish you could ride the horse so well, so effortlessly that you wouldn't even have to think in terms of riding at all, but you would just be working effortlessly with your own mind. The notion of sadness comes from frustration of that nature. Your sadness is almost nostalgia, although that is not quite the right word. Nostalgia means longing for something in the past, but here it is nostalgia for the present taking place. It is heartache. You wish that you could impart all the things in your mind to somebody else. You wish you could completely communicate to somebody. Everybody wants to do that, particularly when they are in love or when they are angry. But it is usually impossible. Such communication can only take place in gestures. There are a lot of things that words don't say. That is the biggest frustration of human beings. When we talk about sadness here, we are talking in the context of our devotion to warriorship and the Shambhala world. We feel so much commitment to the heritage of sanity that has been shared with us, so much longing to express that. You would like to capture or embody the true, genuine, and enlightened warrior in your state of being, but you cannot do it completely. This sadness also comes with joy. The joyful, uplifted, and almost arrogant experience of riding on this particular horse makes you feel so good. Yet the goodness is always tinged with sadness. This is genuine sadness as opposed to a performance of sadness or a sadness of desperation. Windhorse touches your heart because it is so real. When the warrior is in this state of mind, she begins to feel that she is flying a kite that soars in the air, while the cord is attached to her heart with a hook. So, you ride your horse, flying your kite with a hook at the end of the cord touching your heart. Beyond that, the third stage of longing is being suddenly free from fixed mind. You are not looking back at all, or trying to confirm anything. Free from fixed mind means that there is no feedback. You are not trying to build a case or a logic to confirm your experience. There is the powerful sense that you are experiencing the highest level of genuine sadness and joy without doubt. You have no subconscious gossip in your mind at all. Your mind is completely stopped, just stopped, in the positive sense. The attempt to create subconscious mind would be problematic at that point. Therefore, the idea is to cut through that in exactly the same way as we do in the sitting practice of meditation. We let go of thoughts naturally and powerfully. Because you are fully there, completely there is no subconscious mind at all. The fruition of invoking Windhorse is symbolized by the universal monarch with a broken heart. Such a person is also humble because of his broken heart. He is a real person. But at the same time, there is a lot of presence in the positive sense. The feeling of this state of being is like looking at where the horizon meets the ocean. You have great difficulty distinguishing exactly where the sea dissolves into the sky. So heaven and earth are one. This is the best description of invoking Windhorse that I can offer. You have to experience this. We can't really talk about it too much. In some sense, it's a physical experience, but on the other hand, it is also psychological. Having ridden such a good horse, you have glimpsed what it would be like to conquer the universe. This is not conquering the universe from the point of view of acquiring power and wealth and subjugating others. We are not talking about feeling good by imposing your power on somebody. This is more psychological. We are describing the ultimate experience of feeling wholesome and real. You have nothing else to conquer. You have conquered what needed to be conquered completely. Basic goodness, genuineness, and fearlessness all come from that. Conclusion. In one sense, our discussion here has been quite simple and reasonable. The proclamation of gentle sanity may seem straightforward and almost self-evident, but on the other hand, it is somewhat outrageous. The more you get into the wisdom of Shambhala, the more you realize the outrageous aspect of these teachings. Without some experience of the sitting practice of meditation, you may find it difficult to develop much understanding of what I've been trying to say. And you might find it difficult to cultivate these teachings in everyday life. One of the best ways to develop and apply your understanding is through the sitting practice of meditation. It is a very important discipline to cultivate. As you practice this discipline, you may see many problems in yourself and in society, but please don't reject yourself or your world. We talked earlier about the virtue of renunciation, but that doesn't mean that you should give up on this world. Renunciation here is renouncing a small-minded attachment to privacy. You can jump in and involve yourself in life. As you continue your life's journey through fear and fearlessness, please remember to appreciate your world. You have to develop yourself first, then you can begin to work with others. In the Shambhala tradition, we don't jump the gun, so to speak. As warriors, we don't put on a suit of armor to go into battle against the setting sun until we are sure that we ourselves are fundamentally strong, well-trained, and in good health. Essentially, we know that we have unconditional confidence so that we can stand on our own without any gadgetry. We also make sure that the tools we use and the armor we don are well made. The armor of gentleness and fearlessness fits us well and is completely broken in, so that it will work with us rather than against us. Although our discussion of the development of human warriorship uses many colorful analogies of battle and warfare, being a warrior in the Shambhala tradition has nothing to do with the normal aggression and warfare in the world. The warrior is one who is brave enough to live peacefully in this world. Courage is needed at every stage of life. If for some reason a newborn infant is afraid to suckle at his mother's nipple, we have to help that infant to connect with his world. He needs to be a warrior so that he will not reject the source of nurturing in his world. So while being a warrior may have different connotations, the fundamental basic definition is embracing goodness. In talking about such seemingly advanced subjects as joining heaven and earth and raising Windhorse, we should always remember that, in essence, these teachings are simply rousing our innate nature of goodness, which is completely without aggression. When there is aggression, you lose your confidence and energy. You become weak, stubbornly self-centered, and angry. When there is no anger, you can raise yourself up and you expand yourself. You find that life is full of humor and cheerfulness. Authentic fearlessness arises from this connection with basic unconditional goodness. By goodness here, we simply mean being yourself. Accepting yourself, rather than trying to be good by being solemn and religious about your behavior, leads to uplifted confidence in body, speech, and mind. When goodness and virtue are awakened through the sitting practice of meditation, you train yourself to have good posture and to harmonize your mind and your body. Then goodness or virtue develops naturally in your speech and throughout your life, and you find the genuine way of working with others. Being genuine means not having aggression and being true to oneself. A lot of us feel attacked by our own aggression and by our own misery and pain, but none of that particularly presents an obstacle. What we need to begin with is to develop kindness toward ourselves, and then to develop kindness toward others. This approach may sound very simple-minded, which it is. At the same time, it is very difficult to practice. Pain causes chaos, fear, and resentment, and we have to overcome that. It is an extremely simple logic. Once we can overcome pain, we discover intrinsic joy, and we have less resentment toward the world and ourselves. By naturally being here, we have less resentment. When we are resentful, we are somewhere else, because we are preoccupied with something else. Being a warrior is being simply here without distraction and preoccupation. And by being here, we become cheerful. We can smile at our fear. So fearlessness is not the simple-minded product of overcoming or overpowering your fear. For the warrior, fearlessness is a positive state of being. It is filled with delight, cheerfulness, and a sparkle in your eyes. Mahatma Gandhi was an example of someone who embodied such virtue and fearlessness. Gandhi was totally committed to helping India become an independent nation. He embraced all the obstacles, all the problems, and he used every possible way to win independence without violence. In one's own life, one can apply a smaller version of that kind of courage. We can become fearless and genuine, gentle and daring. But to do so, we have to keep a sense of humor, always. Whenever there is doubt, that creates another step on your staircase. Doubt is telling you that you need to take another step. Each time there is an obstacle, you go one step further beyond it, step by step. You walk or you jump one step at a time, until you see the Great Eastern Sun. I wouldn't suggest that in the beginning you look at the Great Eastern Sun directly. The light might burn you. But I wouldn't suggest you wear sunglasses all the time either. In the shade of fearlessness, you can appreciate the light that comes from the Great Eastern Sun, and then you can appreciate how it illuminates the colors of everything around you. Then slowly but surely, you will actually see the Great Eastern Sun directly without its blinding you. That is the warrior's way, and that is the way that we can conquer fear. You may feel lonely on your journey. Still, you are not alone. If we sink, you and your warrior comrades and I will all sink together. If we rise together. So you have a companion even if we never have met one another personally. In the Shambhala tradition, we cry a lot because our hearts are so soft. And we fight the setting sun because we feel that basic goodness is worth fighting for, so to speak. Our obstacles can be conquered. So we should cry and fight as long as we know that the warrior's cry is a different type of cry, and the warrior's battle is a different type of battle. As a warrior without aggression, you are fearless and good. Fundamentally, you can never make a mistake, so please cheer up. Even in the darkest of the Dark Age, there is always light. That light comes with a smile, the smile of Shambhala, the smile of fearlessness, the smile of realizing the best of human potential. All of the teachings, the very heart's blood of Shambhala are yours. We are all part of the same human family. Let us smile and cry together. Fearlessness and joy are truly yours. When a warrior king presents a gift, it should be a naked flame which consumes the jungle of ego, or an ice-cold mountain range which cools the heat of aggression. On the other hand, it could be a parachute. One wonders whether it will open or not. There is a further choice, Thunderbolt. Whether you are capable of holding it with your bare hand is up to you. So, my heartfelt child, take these gifts and use them in the way that past warriors have done.
All right, settle down. I need a bath here. All right, fine. My butt reeks. Hey, what are you laughing at? What? Oh, I get it. It's my big ears, isn't it, kids? Isn't it? Well, children, I can't help that.